Hey everybody, it's Don Music here. I am going to talk to you about another band, not The Warning. This is a band that's very close to my heart because they happen to be fairly local to me and they happen to be awesome. Their name is Freeze the Fall. Freeze the Fall. I feel a cold front coming on, guys. Come on. Got to support this. This is a metal power trio. They're from Kelowna, British Columbia. I live outside Greater Vancouver, British Columbia. I could drive to see them if I wanted to. It'd be half a day, but I could do it. But occasionally they come close to where I am, and we've met up, and I've seen them live, and they're fantastic. Absolutely love this band. Their music writing is incredible. Singing, bass playing, guitar playing, drumming. It's just fantastic. The arrangements in the studio, their vocal arrangements, so good. This is a song called Aurora. I thought I'd start with this one because this is one when I met up with their bass player, Aria. She attempted to teach me the hardest part of this song, arguably. It's hard all the way through, during an interview, and that was pretty awesome, and I struggled, but I still haven't learned it, but I wanted to sit down, and I've got my bass with me, 6-string. This is the one I made myself. And let me just unmute myself for a second here. Just to prove that it's legit. The camera isn't big enough to show it without showing my messy room. I've got to clean this thing up. Anyway, so let's take a listen to this song. I've got it ripped to multitrack from my machine learning stuff, so it's not the original multitrack, so the stems are a little poor quality, but it gets the job across, gets the job done. Let's take a listen here. Damn. So that's heavy as hell. Oh, man. Right from the beginning, very beginning. Let's take a listen. How does it start with drums? Dum, 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 dum. Let's hear again. No, we start in the right spot. Jump, 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 doom, doom, jump, jump, jump. That's cool. Nice. Jump, 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 doom, doom, jump, 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 jump. No, jump, 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 boom, boom, jump, 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 boom, boom, jump, 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 rum. Nice, freaking awesome, and it's snare and tom. Jump, 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 jump. I think he's probably doing 2 hits on the snare with one hand. Maybe the tom at the same time. He's got way more chops than I'll ever dream of having on drums. That's Jonah, the drummer. Just awesome. I love watching him live, by the way. Really, really cool to watch live. His hand position and his left hand his arm is so relaxed down low, and he's whacking the heck out of that thing, just whipping at the snare drum. And but it's calm looking in a sense, and it's controlled looking. Let's put it that way. It's controlled looking. Calm, I would never say that Jonah looks calm when he plays, but he definitely looks like he is in control of the moment. So that's an awesome intro. Now let's jump over to where the toned instruments come in, pitched instruments. So the double kick here, I'm just going to solo the drums for a sec. Don't worry about the machine learning crap sound. Nice. That is machine-like. That is so nice. That's so good. Again, the snare just on 2 and 4 through this. I mean, there might be subtle things going on, and it's hard to tell from this. But basically, 2 and 4, keeping it. Think of, again, one of my favorite examples is Stuart Copeland. Not a metal drummer, but you get the point. His snare, 2 and 4 consistently, unless he's doing fills. Cymbals, he goes off on the cymbals, Stuart Copeland. That's his thing. It's like his cymbal hand is going ding, 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 stuff like that, right? But his snares on 2 and 4, no matter what he does with the kick, no matter what he does with the right hand. And of course, with him, he's more like ska reggae background and the style that he was going for. So his foot tends to go off beats. But yeah, this is that same, you've got to have something going along with the flow and the rhythm of it. And that's the snare drum in this case. And of course, the kick drum, it's metal kick, but it's cool, classy, tasteful metal kick. It's not metal kick. It's not, so that's a different thing. I'm not a big fan of it, but it takes incredible skill to do it. But what we're hearing from Jonah is more dynamic, really true tones to these drums too, by the way. I really like the tones he's getting. I don't know if they're samples or if this is acoustically mic'd. It sounds acoustically mic'd, especially the snare. I'm hearing a lot of tonal control with the snare, although you can do amazing things with samples these days too. Either way, he's clearly playing it with some dynamics, and that articulation comes through in the recording beautifully. Hear that? They, for the break, digga 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 digga, dung chicken dung. The one is a break, dung chicken dung. But the engineer in the playback, they're like, program the mute, mute off, dung chicken digga 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 digga, dung chicken dung. So that's a really clever way to cancel the sustained drum tone that comes through and any reverb that might be there, so that it's a really dramatic sudden stop here. Nice. He loves the triplet. My mouth won't do it. Well, my hands wouldn't do it either, but my mouth will definitely not do it. I love the triplet feels. I love the triplet fills. I've always appreciated that stuff so much because it's so much more musical than it's like digga 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 digga. Even though that's fine and cool, it gets, to me, musically boring really fast. One thing these guys never are is musically boring. Let's listen to it with the instruments here. Let's go back to where that started. Where was that? Oh, nope. Whoops, wrong button. Hold on. I know what I'm doing. Okay, here we go. So the dominant instrument musically here is the guitars. Now I've actually got them broken down into 2 parts, so we can take a listen here. Let's listen to the 2 guitars. So that's what my system calls the rhythm guitar part, as opposed to leads. I wouldn't say the leads are necessarily leads as much as weird experimental stuff going on in the background in this particular song. So I just brought out the rhythm because it's clear. So she's playing a single note line. She's got an octave or a lower octave on. Let me detune myself so I can actually play here. I can't hear myself at all. Why can I not hear myself at all? Oh, because I'm not soloed. Oh my God, this is so embarrassing. I wish I had a guitar pick on me right now. Even though I'm playing a giant 6-string bass, I wish I had a guitar on me. I'm just making that up. but it would fit. It's something similar to that. Let's take a listen. Okay, I got this. Chicken. 1 E, 2 and 3 E and 4 E. So if you break each beat 1, 2, 3, 4 into eighths, half beats, as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and break those up into 16ths. So we got 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Again, sorry, let me mute my damn bass. Standard verbal communication techniques for musicians to understand what part of the beat we're talking about at any time. So 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and then nothing on 1. Nothing on 1 and 2. I'm sorry, 1 E, 1 E and That's it. It's really hard to talk music without. Anyway, you get the point. So very cool how that's going on. Quinn playing the guitar here. Her rhythm is solid as a freaking rock. I've loved listening to her rhythm guitar playing. It is so solid. It's machine-like perfection. Live, studio, everything. I absolutely love it. Acoustic unplugged versions I've seen of her doing stuff. I don't know, it's acoustic, but unplugged versions, like just solo versions itself. Yeah, and acoustic unplugged versions I've seen of her doing stuff. It is so solid, and pick articulation is absolutely fantastic. Pick. Here's my pick. Here's my camera. Pick articulation is a little bit worn. I think this is one that. Oh yeah, this is a Star Wars one. I think my son Keith probably gave me that one. Actually, it might be Keith's pick I'm using. Anyway, on my bass, that'll trash it. So yeah, really, really cool sounding right there. Then let's find out what's going on in the bass. That's not bass. That's the extra guitar part. Where's the bass? All right, there we go again. So in this, it'll sound really atrocious because of the machine learning thing. So I have to turn on this other track, which gives you everything that it couldn't machine learning figure out, and it'll sound a little more full, even though there's extra noises. Okay, so she's basically just playing those roots. Where's my solo button? Sorry, I need a new B string. It sounds dead. Something like that. I have one. I just don't want to put it on because I'm doing some repair work on my bass, and I don't want to put on any strings until I'm done. Anyway, yeah, that's an awesome bass part. The most straight-ahead bass part I've ever heard Aria play, I think, in a full-on metal tune. But there is more to come. Let's continue listening, because I believe we have the first appearance of vocals here. Yep, here we go. We started a spec earlier. Sorry, in this verse, listen to the drums for a second. I'm sorry, Quinn, I'll get to you in a second. Who does this in a verse? I mean, there's one other drummer I know who does this in a verse in non-metal, which is Pow from The Warning. But this is not your typical metal drum part. It's much more expressive. Listen to the dynamics. That's essentially on one drum. Of course, he's going over the tom. But the beautiful playing on the snare here, it's really expressive, and it makes it exciting and fun to listen to. And you're not even necessarily, as a non-musician, aware of like what is going on. Why does this sound so cool and have such a great feel to it? I'm listening to a metal song. Suddenly, when the vocal comes in, everything drops out. It not drops out, but drops back. It's not as heavy, and the guitar is not as heavy. Very, very calm in the guitar. Stuff going on, but it's not super crazy. Bass, straightforward. The bass part here, if I recall, don't shoot me, Arya. Something like that, right? Let's play along with the drums. Yeah, I don't know what happens there, but damn. Oh man, this is so good. This is so good. This is so good. This is so good. All right, back to the vocals, please. All right, here we go. Vocals, and I'm going to bring up, there's also backing vocal tracks. So let's listen to for a sec to all the vocals turned on. Let's start out where it should start. Disintegrated crown, all skin and no backbone. Your sense includes your perfect lying life. Yet here we stand, a room of mirrors, wings shrunken by your cage. Nor star. That is so beautiful. And if you look at my faders here, you can see the levels of the two channels because it extracted as lead and backing vocals. My machine learning stuff is pretty smart about guesswork that makes sense. It may not be how it was done, but it gets the gist. Beautiful work here. All skin and no backbone. Your sex includes your perfect lying life. I can't tell here if there is pitch correction done or if it's machine learning errors. Considering this is done with machine learning, it could be machine learning errors. It is a studio track, so a lot of people do manual pitch correction in the studio, like professionally done, as opposed to like your auto-tune and stuff. Generally, there's a lot of stuff done these days. I personally am not a big fan of it because a great singer, Quinn is a great singer, a great singer can get the best sound possible without any adjustment to pitch afterwards if you have the time and opportunity and the budget for lots of takes. There isn't always that option. But this sounds great. And the thing is that as you hear it going through, there's a lot of expression coming off the vocal here. So I'm not sure if this is my machine learning rip issues or what. But whatever it is, it sounds beautiful. I just heard that sort of thing, which is machine learning error or a pitch correction issue. I can't imagine a pitch correction issue would exist in the vocal. So even if it was pitch corrected, I can't imagine there'd be artifacts left. So let's go with machine learning issues for now. Anyway, regardless, I'm going to jump ahead to where this goes into the harmonies. This includes your perfect lying life. This includes your perfect lying life. This includes your perfect lying life. This includes your... I'm not sure if that's Aria on the backup vocal or Quinn. It might be Quinn. It's hard to say for sure. The tone is different, but then the pitch is lower, so it could be either. It doesn't have quite the brightness of Quinn's normal voice, but heaven knows. It sounds good either way. Continuing. Now that was obviously a pitch correction thing, and that was probably done on purpose for this effect here, and this part here. Yet here we stand, a room of mirrors. And then it comes in, and of course it starts fading because it doesn't know what's going on. Almost sounds like an oboe that someone's playing badly. Or maybe not badly, but not the way I like it played. But in this effect, in the music, in the song, it's a very cool effect. Let's see it. It sounds like this. Let's hear it. See? It happens right when there's a fill moment. It sounds very intentionally done to me, or it just happened to, by luck, fit beautifully as the pitch thing went ba-da, ba-da. Very cool.
Yet here we stand, a room of mirrors, wings shrunken by your cage.
Oh my God.
Your cage. Wings shrunken by your cage.
Could be all Quinn. It could be Quinn and Aria. I know she sings too. I know she does stuff in the studio. I don't know how much and what, but it sounded beautiful.
Wings shrunken by your cage.
See, Quinn has a very distinctive vocal tone. I couldn't even begin to try to imitate the sound of her voice. It's unique. It's beautiful. It's something that's going to make this band really memorable for a lot of people out there. Kind of like, bands that have singers who aren't the obvious, like metal singer voice for a metal band. Evanescence. I'm not comparing the bands, but it's just that's an obvious vocal shock as opposed to the rest of the band's sound. It works, and it made them famous. I wish their songwriting was a little more creative, and most of the songs didn't start out sounding the same way. But anyway, I still respect Evanescence very much, especially Amy Lee. She's wonderful. But in this case, Quinn does stuff with her voice that sounds unique. I never hear her like strain in an out of control way. Live, I hear her get distortion into it. It always sounds controlled to me. It sounds wonderful. In the studio, she seems to do less of that, and it's more sweet, but still dark and ominous. And I absolutely find it fascinating listening to her vocals.
Wings shrunken by your cage.
Nice. And I think there was pitch editing on that, and that makes sense for the vocal stuff there as a triad. But again, I know that Quinn can do this stuff without that. So I know me as a producer, that's used as an effect here. It's not used to fix things, and I can hear that is clearly the case. And that's just a producer's choice. It's not a production choice that I would make as a producer. I think there's more energy without any pitch editing, but I understand why it was done for an effect here, and it is very cool.
Sightless, and I can't stay tethered to a solid world, and I can't breathe.
See again. Da, 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 da. It's pretty sounding, airy, kind of soft, and that's as close as I can get to that. But yeah, it's nice sounding. Meanwhile, the bass is like ding, 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 and so is the guitar and the drums. It's just awesome.
When you count to seven,
and that was nice when she went up there.
and I can't breathe. When you count to seven,
I think the lower voice might have been Aria. It sounds so different, but you never know. Listen to the bass tone. I can't get close to it with my bass right now. It needs strings, but it also isn't a dingwall. I wish it was, although I can't play dingwalls very well. But as Aria can attest to. But so yeah, mine's 34-inch standard scale length, even though it's a 6-string. That's why I built it myself, because I wanted a certain length. I don't have very big hands. Her fingers are much longer than mine. But regardless, the sound of the bass sounds like that not upright, like grand piano tone that I absolutely adore. I wish all my basses sounded like that, because you can tone that down if you want to. I've owned Warwicks and things like this that sounded like that. I've owned Ernie Balls that sounded close to that. Warwicks can definitely do it. Some Ibanez's I've heard do it. There are lots of basses out there that can do it if they're really well made. But dingwalls just do it if you play it right and you have a great bass with great strings. I mean, a great model setting with great strings on it. Her tone is incredible on this stuff, and I love it. And she's got an overdrive on it. Micro tubes or dark glass something or other. Sounds really, really good. I don't have a dark glass modeler right on me right now, so I'm just running like a general like blues driver fuzz box through my bass tone, which is kind of yeah. But anyway, I'm doing all modeling right at the moment, but I'm not doing anything terribly exciting with it. Actually, it's not even that. It's just it's an amp. It's a whatever this is supposed to be modeling. I don't know. Over loud, you tell me. I think it's actually supposed to be a Marshall 800. Not sure though. I can't remember my amp models right now. It's a guitar amp, not a bass amp. All right, let's continue on. Yeah, it's the growl of the bass. The growl. It growls. So good. Yeah, she's right down there on the bottom of the D tune down to an A. I keep forgetting to do that. So cool down there. Right in that last section there. Nice. I love when she goes down there. There's a lot of sevenths and fourths and fifths and parallel shifts in here that are just wonderful, wonderful chords. Just so well chosen. And you have to have such good pitch to pull this stuff off. So she pushed a little bit there. Yeah, something like that. That's just unhear that, please. Sorry. Bass and violin or synth violin, I'm not sure which it is, duet here. Very, very cool. Kind of like my two main instruments. That was so pretty. So pretty. I wished the violin tone was more authentic, like classical. I think it would sound really nice there, but maybe it wouldn't fit the genre. But, I mean, that's just because I'm a professional violinist, so I tend to look at this stuff. As a bassist, I wish I sounded as good as Aria. I wish I did. As a violinist, there's some really nice violin stuff I've heard in their recordings. Beautifully done. I don't know who's doing it. It's wonderful. I think their manager told me, and whoever she is, she's absolutely wonderful. But in this, I'm not a huge fan of that sound, but that's okay. It's a great line, and there's multiple parts, like 2 or 3 violin parts here. Nice. And the bass part here. There it comes. So good. What a great line. Breakdowns are so good. That soft part, and then this is so heavy. This is so heavy. This is so heavy. So good. It's so good. Vocals going way up to the minor 10th. Da 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 da, but up an octave. This, the 9th. 5, 1, 2, 7, 8, 5, 7, 5, 7, 10, 10, 10, 9, 8, 9, 8. So good. Third, and they're ending on 4. With that in the background. 4. Sorry, my bass is having a brain problem. And then there's this. Bend going on with synths or guitar or what, but it's so cool to hold on to that at the end. Synth and strings. Red Garden. Yeah, that's Jonah talking. The Red Garden. So good, so good, so good, so good, so good, so good, so good. Oh man, this is awesome. All right, I also did a little fun thing where I tried taking out a little bit of the sound of the strings and just in that one break, not through the rest of it where there's lots of strings still going on. And I played some stuff of my own violins. So I'm going to play that version of it for you. And this is just for fun. So I just threw in 4 tracks of violin myself, doing something similar to what they did in here, but with classical violins. I just wanted to jam with the band, and this is my opportunity to do it. All right, cool. Hope you enjoy listening to this. And check out Freeze the Fall, man. They are freaking incredible. I'm going to do a lot more of their songs. I also threw in the playback for this. You'll see this is a live video from Toronto where they performed this song. I took the audio from this, though, the studio audio, plus my own violins in the section there. And I put it over top of the Toronto audio, just with the beginning and ending bringing in the audio from the Toronto show for applause and stuff. So I hope you enjoy this, guys. This is Freeze the Fall, Canadian power trio, metal, incredible, from Kelowna, BC. Absolutely adore these guys. You got to check them out. Freeze the Fall band. Check them out on social media. I'll put the links in the description. Let's get on the frickin' bandwagon with these guys. They need to be the biggest freaking thing around in metal. They're young. They're freaking, two of them are still in high school. So yeah, power to the frickin' metal bands of Canada, man. Power trios from all across Canada are always great too. I mean, look at Rush and all these bands. Triumph. Alrighty, cool. Like, subscribe, comment, please. If you feel like donating, I do appreciate it, because this is my job. This is my main income, is doing anything to do with music, online, whatever it is. So I always appreciate it. Thank you very much. And I will talk to you guys soon. Rock on!